Yo, what up everyone, Amir Rahim here on a Rapping and Snacking, getting into another weekly playlist video. Skipped a week, that's for sure, so my bad on that. Putting out a lot of content, you know what I mean, like collection videos, artist collection videos, hot take videos, so we'll go ahead and see what's going on with what y'all want. But I'm going to try and keep cranking them out there. Make sure to hit me up on Instagram and TikTok at Rappin' and Snackin'. And I am working on a playlist for y'all, that's for sure. I've just been really lagging, that's for sure. And I'm actually working on a few of them. I'm working on maybe like 4, maybe 5. I'm going to have like little categories for them. So I'll definitely drop them in the description for future videos when those are all up and running. But first off, let's go ahead and get into one of the most played tracks I've been bumping this past week. And that would be from Big L's The Big Picture, the track Platinum Plus. So one reason why I've been bumping this a lot is because I just did drop this past week my Big L full collection video. So I'll go ahead and link that up there. Very fun video to drop. All my Big L stuff, some DITC stuff in there. And Platinum Plus is definitely one of my favorite songs off the album. I think my favorite probably defaults to Ebonics. Song's just incredible, but Platinum Plus is so good. I mean, you got DJ Premier on there, you have Big L, R.I.P., and you have Big Daddy Kane. It's also really dope because Big Daddy Kane is definitely one of Big L's inspirations and one of his favorite rappers, so that's cool. But on top of that, the song is just so good. I mean, both the artists are bragging a bit. You got a great DJ Premier beat. You got dope samples on the chorus. And it's actually funny because I didn't really know this till I looked it up, but apparently Jay-Z and Premier had like a little skirmish, a little beef, because Premier had reached out to Hove to get a feature on this beat, and Jay-Z didn't end up showing up. And obviously there's no Jay-Z on the track, but it's funny because you see a Jay-Z, or you hear a Jay-Z vocal sample on the track when he says what y'all about to witness. And it's also interesting because if you take note of Jay-Z's discography up until Reasonable Doubt in all the 3 volumes, Volume 1 In My Lifetime, Volume 2 Hard Knock Life, and Volume 3 The Life and Times of Sean Carter, all those had Primo beats on them. But then after this song, I don't really see Jay-Z beats Premier beats on Jay-Z's albums, at least not to my knowledge or not to my recollection. So that's very, very, very intriguing. I'm sure he spit on one like since, right? But on his albums, nothing's really ringing a bell. But that's very intriguing. However, the song itself is so freaking good. I mean, super catchy. They both go in. I love the line with the flipping the chicken and broccoli Tims by Kane. I mean, dude, I don't know who I prefer more on the song, but it's really just a trifecta of excellence with the beat by Primo, Big Daddy Kane, and Big L on it. Platinum Plus, one of my favorite tracks off of The Big Picture. R.I.P. Big L. Next up, we're going to switch it very up. We're going with the group Kausion right here from the South Central Los Scandalous album. And the track Supersperm. So Supersperm, well, the reason for the name is about the content of the song, but on top of that, for those who know, KD is featured on this track, and KD, who is also part of Cube's label. Cube had input on his album. He exec produced his Ass Gas or Cash album. Fantastic album, and I actually prefer it over the South Central Los Scandalous Kausion album. But KD, if you recognize his actual logo for his name, there's a sperm instead of a hyphen or a dash. There's a sperm there. So Supersperm, that's like the title of the song. Kind of sus, but anyways, really, really, really dope track. And Buddha produced it, who you can totally tell this beat could have went on like a West Side Connection Bow Down album for sure. If you just listen to this beat, it is so good. The chorus is dope. I mean, they're all going in. Rest in peace, Gonzo. Man, I mean, KD does well on this one. I mean, it's just a dope joint. Honestly, it's a top 3 on the album for me, man. It really is. I think it's really good. It's also not as gangster as some of the other tracks, as they're just talking about boning and whatever, but it's a really, really, really dope track. Supersperm, Kausion. Don't sleep on this album. There's some hits on it. Boom. It's also been out of print. At least, I don't know. This is the original. They may have repressed it. Don't remember. Didn't look for the video. But y'all can figure that out anyways. Next up, we got Paris, Sleeping with the Enemy. This album, I actually recently did a great Debaters video with my guy Storm Baker. So I was bumping this album, and the track that I was bumping on this one was House Brothers Bleed 2, and it's actually a really short song. It's going to be the shortest song on this video that I'm going to cover, but super simple. I mean, the title of the album, Sleeping with the Enemy, it's basically, talking about betrayal, talking about house brothers, basically people who are black, but, they suck up to the white man and, all that other stuff, and they betray the race and blah, blah, whatever. But just the vocal sample in the beginning of that's really, really, really hard. Basically saying, like, everyone sells out every day, just have a piece of the pie, stuff like that. And I think it's dope. The beat just comes in super hard. Paris drops 30 seconds or 40 seconds of rap, super simple, ties in with the concept of the album, the theme of the album, and it's just so good in my opinion. It's such an easy one to ride out to. I was bumping that one quite a bit. Paris also produced that. Paris is really dope because he raps and he produces his own stuff. Very talented artist, that's for sure. Next up, we got a track, and I actually have the vinyl for this, just because I don't think they release many CDs, or actually, for this particular, I know they didn't release a CD, at least not yet. This is Larry June and Harry Fraud's Keep Going, and the track that I'm bumming the most from this is Drinks with Tracy. Pretty solid LP throughout. That's just probably my favorite track, and actually, this is the first full length that I've ever heard. I've heard from Larry June. I've heard songs here and there from Larry June, but since he doesn't have a lot of physicals, definitely not for all of his releases. Get On Down Blessing with this one, and then I listened to it and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, and this is the first full length I've heard from him. And hope they release more full lengths from Larry June's discography, but we'll go ahead and see. And yeah, man, pretty awesome song. I just love how he's talking about taking a bitch to the top, they're gonna get rich, whatever. And he had a good day. He thanks God. He always goes into his pocket and he has a knot and blah blah whatever. So thankful, good flow, hella bay, really dope track. Super short. A lot of the tracks on this LP are short to the point. Sometimes you want a little bit more, but you don't get a lot of not long track times, that's for sure, on this release. And I've been listening to some of his other albums since this, and I'm like, yeah, some of his songs are pretty short. But like I said, I haven't listened to all of his stuff. I've only listened to a couple releases at the recording of this video. I'll listen to more. But pretty dope stuff right here. This one's on vinyl. Don't know if they're going to release a CD. Drinks with Tracy. Super good. Love that beat too by Harry Fraud. Then next up, this track I've been bumping a lot. This is definitely, in my opinion, a classic single, and this is by Ahmad, Back in the Day. So Back in the Day, there's a few different versions of it. There's the original version, which is not the most popular version, and there's the remix, and then there's the Jeep remix, and then there's other ones too, but the remix is the most popular one. That's one for the music video, is in that. The music video has the remix version, and then the movie, I think The Wood, which I haven't seen, but I know it's on that. That movie has the remix too, if I recall. But anyways, Back in the Day right here. It's got like the little snap case. Really awesome track. And it's crazy because you'd think like this song, and reminder, this is the single version. This isn't the album, Ahmad. But anyways, you'd think like to record a song back in the day, it would probably be someone who's like in their 30s or 40s, something like that. Someone who's looking back at their life and thinking of like the good times. But Ahmad was 18 when he made this song. That's pretty crazy because he's talking about back in the day, and this fool's like probably he just got out of like high school at the time. So that's kind of wild. But he's talking about how, some stuff in elementary school, some stuff in junior high, some stuff like right before they're recording this song, like, and he's just looking back like, oh, he wishes like he can go back and blah, blah. And it's a song that obviously it makes you feel nostalgic in nature because it's a track about back when, back then, but they do such a good job of making this song feel so nostalgic and and really make you want to go back with the chorus and the beat and the sample. I just think it's so great, and Ahmad's like high-pitched voice also makes him sound young, so it also like kind of triggers you to think even like when you're younger, when you had a high-pitched voice. At least that's how I think about it. So I don't know, I think the song is really, really, really catchy. I think conceptually he nails it out the park, hits it out the park, whatever, and it's definitely a really, really, really great hip-hop song. That's for sure. The remix version I prefer more, but I mean, the song is just great altogether. But those are the 5 tracks I've been bumping the most this past week. Let me know what your favorite is. Let me know what videos y'all want to see. And hit me up on Instagram and TikTok at Rappin' and Snackin'. I appreciate y'all as always. Peace.